Welcome to this episode of Rewind: A Closer Look, the show where we talk about the movies and people that made your local VHS rental store smell like sweat, gunpowder, and off-brand popcorn butter. But today we're not spotlighting a single movie. We're saluting the real heroes of action cinema, the dudes who show up, throw a few punches, take a few more, and go out in a blaze of glory. These guys might not be on the poster, but you recognize them. The moment they show up on screen, you're like, oh yeah, that guy's about to get roundhouse kicked into a stack of cardboard boxes. Let's take a closer look at three of my favorite henchmen in cinematic history. Let's kick things off with Evan Lurie, who looks like if Conan the Barbarian joined a biker gang and then majored in getting kicked through Windows 101. Lurie was a staple of early 90s action flicks, a time when all you needed to be in a movie was muscles, a ponytail, and the ability to growl. You might remember him as Blades in Double Impact, 1991, where he fought Jean-Claude Van Damme in a spinning nightclub of death. He also played Mendoza in American Kickboxer 2, a sequel that ignored the first film so hard it literally gave up and started a new plot. In Hologram Man, he played Slash Gallagher.
My name is Slash Gallagher, leader of the World Liberation Movement, father of the revolution that's gonna make this city great again!
A cyber terrorist with a wardrobe that screamed Mortal Kombat villain who also DJs on the weekend. And in Cyborg 3: The Recycler, he was Anton Llewellyn, a cyborg with the kind of fashion sense that comes from shopping exclusively at post-apocalyptic Ross. Lurie didn't just play villains. He was the blueprint for the leather-vested, goatee-sporting enforcer who existed solely to get high-kicked through a wall. He had charisma, a growl like a diesel engine, and a knack for making every death scene feel personal. Also, fun fact, despite rumors online he's not the jazz musician Evan Lurie. That's a completely different guy who plays piano and has never once thrown a spinning back fist at Billy Blanks. Next up, Monsieur the Man, the Myth, the Malibu, Deron McBee. You might know him best as the wild-haired gladiator from American Gladiators, where he looked like Thor if he ran a beachside protein shake stand.
Welcome back to Universal Studios Hollywood and the American Gladiators. Now, last time we saw our gladiator Malibu, he was flying through the air from a tremendous kick delivered by Brian Hudson, and the last time he landed, we weren't sure where he wound up.
Hey, Malibu, after you got drilled by that human cannonball, I thought, hey, there is no way this guy is going to live to play another day. You're alive, you're well. What happened? Did you go to the hospital? Did you get x-rays?
Well, dude, it's like this. I saw this guy coming, and I took the most excellent hit of my life. The next thing I knew, I was on the beach, taking in some cosmic rays, getting healed by Mother Nature, taking a little brewski, holding on to a beautiful babe, and I'm fine today.
So no hospital, no doctors, just Mother Nature, huh?
Oh, I'm a child of Mother Nature. What do you expect?
Malibu, you are truly amazing. He took a licking, and he is still ticking.
Sweet.
But Deron also kicked, smashed, and flexed his way through a slew of action flicks in the 90s. In Batman Forever, he played Harvey's thug number 12. Yes, that was his official credit, because when you look like Deron McBee, you don't need a name, you're just the problem. But McBee truly shines in movies like Mortal Kombat, Annihilation, where he played Motaro, also known as Dude Who Dies for plot advancement. He also starred in Immortal Kombat, 1994, opposite Roddy Piper, battling cyborg assassins, in a movie that proves the only thing more dangerous than a shirtless McBee is a script held together with duct tape and roundhouse kicks. And let's not forget The Killing Zone, where McBee's combination of growls and glorious hair made every scene 30% more intense. Deron's real-life background includes martial arts, pro wrestling, and bodybuilding, which is probably why his biceps have more screen time than some actual actors. These days, McBee's semi-retired, but he still pops up at conventions and occasionally scares protein bars into melting with just a glare. Now, if you're an action movie fan and don't know who Leong is, I have questions. Al is the guy, the henchman MVP, the martial artist with the Fu Manchu and the most explosive 30-second cameos in film history. He's been knocked off buildings, shot by Bruce Willis, electrocuted, kicked by Mel Gibson, and blown up more times than Wile E. Coyote. In Die Hard, he played Uli, the terrorist who steals a candy bar before getting gunned down. A small moment, but a legendary one. In Lethal Weapon, he played Endo, the guy who tortures Mel Gibson with a sponge and a car battery. And in Big Trouble in Little China, he was Wing Kong Hatchet Man #1, which is both a job title and a lifestyle. Al also showed up in They Live, Rapid Fire, Action Jackson, and The Scorpion King. If the 80s or 90s had a group of people to beat up, chances are Al Leong was in the room holding a machine gun and looking iconic. What makes Al so special? It's that he could do so much with so little. He rarely spoke. He never needed to. His mustache alone told you everything. Off-screen, Al is a trained martial artist and stunt coordinator. He even wrote an autobiography called The 8 Lives of Al Kabong Leong, because yes, his nickname is Kabong, that is perfection. So there you have it. 3 legends, united not by fame, fortune, or awards, but by the sacred oath to get beaten up in every warehouse, chemical plant, or neon-lit alley in North America. These guys made movies better. They made heroes look tougher. They made audiences cheer when they entered a room, and cheer harder when they were thrown out of it. So next time you're watching an old-school action flick and see one of these legends pop up, show some respect. Maybe even pour one out, preferably over a slow-motion explosion while riding a motorcycle through a plate glass window. This has been Rewind, a closer look, Henchmen edition. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more forgotten gems, underappreciated legends, and the greatest mustaches in movie history.